After my rebirth, my whole family could hear my inner thoughts. Should I tell Dad? The adopted son he protects so fiercely is actually Mom's illegitimate child. I saw Dad's hand tremble when he held that bastard's hand, suddenly shaking. Or maybe I shouldn't tell my second sister either. Mom intentionally raised her to be a useless bum. I looked at my second sister, who was engrossed in her game. Her phone suddenly felt burning hot in her hands. If my eldest sister found out that her legs were crippled because Mom hired someone to run her over, would she be devastated? I saw my eldest sister sitting in her wheelchair. Every strand of her hair looked like it was smoking with rage. I'm so conflicted. If they knew everything Mom did was just so she could marry her childhood sweetheart. I noticed the way the whole family looked at Mom had changed. In my past life, I only argued with our adopted son a few times, and Mom ruthlessly pushed me out of a 13th floor window. After I died, my soul didn't immediately dissipate. Instead, I turned into a wandering spirit, always following right beside Mom. That's how I learned all her secrets. She only married Dad to climb the social ladder. In reality, she already had a man she loved. She even gave birth to a son for him, and that was Song Jingnyeon. Ever since Mom married Dad, she had been scheming to seize our family's assets for herself, so she could build a wealthy, happy family with the man she loved and her precious son. But unexpectedly, I was reborn right on the day Mom brought Song Jingnyeon home to adopt him. "Jingnyeon, hurry up and greet your father." Mom led Song Jingnyeon to Dad, urging him eagerly. Song Jingnyeon didn't dare look anyone in the eye. He looked like a frightened little deer. His arm, accidentally exposed, was covered in whip marks. It was exactly this harmless, enduring appearance that made Dad feel instant pity for him. From then on, Dad treated him like his own flesh and blood, even better than me, afraid he'd suffer any grievances. Just as Dad reached out to hold Song Jingnyeon's hand. What should I do? Should I tell Dad that Song Jingnyeon is actually Mom's illegitimate son? I saw Dad's hand, which was holding Song Jingnyeon's, suddenly tremble. He looked around and finally locked eyes with me. I blinked, looking at him with an innocent expression. Dad frowned, thinking he was hallucinating. Next, Song Jingnyeon is going to lean on Dad's shoulder, crying pitifully to win Dad's sympathy. The very next second, I saw Song Jingnyeon throw himself into Dad's arms and start sobbing uncontrollably. In my past life, Dad was deeply moved and gently comforted Song Jingnyeon, but at this moment, he couldn't cry at all. His eyes were fixed entirely on me. "Lu Huai, were you saying something?" "No, I'm not," I denied. Right after, my inner voice echoed, "I can't let Dad know I've been reborn. He'd definitely treat me like a monster." Dad's eyes widened like saucers. His face was full of disbelief. At this moment, Mom stepped forward, pretending to be kind, and consoled Song Jingnyeon. "Jingnyeon, stop crying. From now on, this is your home." She turned to me. "Lu Huai, take Jingnyeon to see his room." I agreed out loud, but inwardly muttered, "In a moment, Song Jingnyeon is going to fall down the stairs and claim I pushed him." Sure enough, halfway up with me, he suddenly tumbled down the stairs. Mom immediately rushed over and hugged Song Jingnyeon. She asked anxiously, "Jingnyeon, what's wrong? Don't blame brother Lu Huai." I slipped and accidentally fell down the stairs, Song Jingnyeon said in pain. Mom immediately scolded me sternly. "Lu Huai, Jingnyeon is your younger brother now. How could you target him like this? Have we spoiled you too much since you were little, making you think you can get away with anything?" Dad walked over at this moment, clearly not as agitated as Mom. Seeing Dad, Song Jingnyeon hurriedly said, "Dad, please don't scold my brother. I know he just can't accept my presence yet. After all, he used to be the only son in the house. I can understand him. In my past life, Song Jingnyeon acted exactly like this, successfully making Dad prejudiced against me, making him think I had no compassion. After that, Song Jingnyeon pushed his luck and kept framing me, making Dad increasingly disappointed in me, until he only doted on him. This time I thought to myself, I'm doomed. I'm so doomed. I'm about to get punished by Mom and Dad again. No matter how I explain, they won't listen. It's best if I just keep my mouth shut. I saw the way Dad looked at me. It carried a hint of guilt and sadness. The next moment, Dad swung a slap, landing hard on Song Jingnyeon's face, slapping him silly. I saw Mom standing there, frozen, unable to react in time. Dad roared furiously. I saw it very clearly just now. "You threw yourself down, and you dare frame Lu Huai? No wonder you were adopted and then returned. Truly, hateful people have their pitiful aspects, and pitiful people have their hateful aspects." Adopting Song Jingnyeon was, of course, Mom's decision. Mom said that while doing charity work at the orphanage, she saw a very pitiful little boy. He had been adopted before, but was abused by that family. She couldn't bear it and wanted to bring him home. She also said I was the only son in the house. Bringing him back would give me a companion. Dad couldn't withstand Mom's coaxing, so he agreed. Originally, Mom and Song Jingnyeon had prepared everything meticulously. Unexpectedly, they were exposed on the very first day. It was obvious that Mom intentionally blocked Dad's view just now, worried he'd see the truth. Song Jingnian was so terrified by Dad that he panicked. He could only look to Mom for help. Mom hurriedly explained, Jingnian has always been abused and lacks a sense of security, so maybe he's having hallucinations about certain things. It's all a misunderstanding. Look at you, making such a big deal out of it. Don't scare the child. Dad was about to expose Mom's scheme when he suddenly heard my inner voice. If he exposes Mom now, not only will she deny it, but it'll also alert the snake in the grass. After all, Mom currently holds a lot of shares in the company. Dad was slightly taken aback. Needless to say, in my heart, my two sisters would definitely side with Mom too. Normally, Mom plays the loving mother. Dad plays the strict disciplinarian. If this really blows up, who knows? My sisters might even help Mom. Dad fell silent, probably feeling that my words made sense. He tried hard to suppress his anger, and told Mom and Song Jingnian something like this, I don't want to see it happen a second time. Song Jingnian nodded obediently, still looking like he'd suffered the world's greatest injustice. Uncle Wu, take him to his room. Dad directly instructed the butler. Uncle Wu hurriedly led Song Jingnian upstairs. Mom originally wanted to explain more to Dad. Her goal, of course, was to make Dad quickly accept and love Song Jingnian. But this time, Dad took my hand and walked right past Mom without looking back. Mom looked completely bewildered, staring at Dad's retreating back. Normally, she just had to coax Dad a little, and he'd be beaming with joy. Why was he suddenly ignoring her now? I turned my head to look at her and couldn't help but let out a cold smile. Does she not realize her good days are about to end? Dad took me back to my room. He looked at me seriously. Lu Huai, tell Dad, do you know something about your mother? My expression was full of innocence as I hurriedly shook my head. I don't know anything, but inwardly, I muttered, I can't say it. If I do, Dad will be devastated. In my past life, I caught Mom with another man. When I told Dad, he said I was too young to be making things up. He even said I had no compassion, that just because Mom doted on Jingnian a little more, I wanted to stir up trouble. I'm so scared Dad won't love me anymore. I saw Dad's eyes instantly turn red, filled with heartache and guilt. He said, Lu Huai, you are my son. In this life, I care about you the most, and you respect and love me the most. I was deeply moved. I walked over and hugged him tightly. Dad didn't force me to say anything else. It's just that afterward, I could clearly feel Dad's distance toward Mom and Song Jingnian. Whenever Song Jingnian tried to suck up to Dad, Dad would ignore him. When Mom tried to be affectionate with Dad, Dad was also cold and indifferent. Even though Dad rarely went to the company normally, he started going much more frequently lately. I saw that Mom and Song Jingnian were starting to get anxious. After dinner, they hid in a corner, whispering to each other. Song Jingnian said, Mom, didn't you say that man was easy to please? But no matter what I do, he's always cold to me. Why is that? Mom replied. I don't know what's going on either. It's like he's turned into a completely different person. Maybe he's hitting menopause. His temper is erratic. Just ignore him. Tomorrow, your second sister comes home for winter break. She's brainless. Just win her over first. Song Jingnian promised Mom he'd soon replace Lu Huai's position in this house. Once I become the one everyone in the family dotes on, then seizing this family's assets will be as easy as flipping my hand. By then, we can bring Dad over to enjoy a good life. Mom instructed, don't worry, Lu Huai is just a useless kid raised in a greenhouse. How could he be my match? I'll quickly win the whole family's favor. Song Jingnian was full of confidence. In my past life, it was indeed like that. Not only did I not guard against Song Jingnian, but under Mom's brainwashing, I even treated him like a real brother. But he schemed against me at every turn, making the whole family think I was petty until they only valued him. But in this life, he won't have that luxury anymore. The next day, my second sister, Lu Mengjiao, came home for winter break. She was a chubby girl weighing 100 kilograms. She never exercised and only liked eating junk food. She didn't study either, just played games all day. Even the university she attended was bought with money. In the eyes of outsiders, my second sister was a complete loser. Dad also didn't expect my second sister to turn out like this. But at that time, he had really poured too much effort into educating my eldest sister, Lu Wangqing. My second sister was mainly Mom's responsibility. Mom always told her, your eldest sister is already shouldering the family's burdens. You just need to be a wealthy young lady. Living a carefree life is enough. Gradually, my second sister completely lost all ambition, spending her days eating, doing nothing, and waiting to die. Second sister Song Jingnian was the first to step forward and welcome her. He proactively leaned close to my second sister's ear. I heard Mom say your favorites are French fries, fried chicken, and spicy chicken feet. I bought them all and put them in your room. I even bought the Coke you like to drink. Don't tell Dad, okay? I saw the surprise in my second sister's eyes. Dad didn't allow these things in the house. Every time she came home, he'd even check her luggage, giving her absolutely no chance to eat that stuff. In the past, it was always Mom who secretly bought them for her. Now, it was Song Jingnian. I could clearly feel that my second sister instantly developed a huge liking for Song Jingnian, until she heard my inner voice. Watching my second sister and Song Jingnian acting so close, I pouted and muttered inwardly, "Second sister is already this fat, and she still wants to eat that junk food? Does she really want to be a fatty for the rest of her life?" I saw my second sister's fleshy, smiling face suddenly freeze. She turned her head and stared at me, her eyes wide. Even a 3-year-old knows that eating too much junk food is bad for you. Has she never thought about why Mom and Song Jingnian keep pushing her to eat these things? "What are you talking about?" my second sister asked me angrily. I didn't say anything. My face was full of innocence. My second sister was also a bit surprised, because she really didn't see me open my mouth. But the very next moment she heard my voice again. Maybe I shouldn't tell second sister. She's being intentionally raised by Mom to be a useless bum. My second sister's eyes looked at me with even more shock. I continued speaking in my mind. But second sister will really end up eating so much junk food that she gets esophageal cancer. By the time she dies, she'll be nothing but skin and bones. My second sister's eyes widened, staring at me in utter disbelief. I turned around and walked away, thinking as I walked, just let second sister be close to Mom and Song Jingnian. Anyway, now that Song Jingnian is here, she won't love me anymore. "Lu Huai," my second sister called out to me. I turned my head. What's wrong, second sister?" My second sister hesitated for a moment, perhaps for a split second, wondering if she was hallucinating. She said, "I brought a gift for you. Before Song Jingnian came to this house, I was the one everyone doted on. Everyone in the family spoiled me. Even this rebellious second sister was no exception." I slowly walked over. My second sister handed me a pair of limited edition sneakers. "Do you like them?" "Yes," I nodded, but not very enthusiastically, muttering inwardly, "She's so nice to me now, but soon enough, she'll only be nice to Song Jingnian. Even these shoes will be snatched by Song Jingnian. How could that be? I bought these for you." My second sister had just opened her mouth. Song Jingnian suddenly interjected, "Wow, I've never seen such beautiful sneakers in my entire life. It feels like I'm dreaming." My second sister looked at Song Jingnian with a bit of annoyance. Song Jingnian, with a face full of admiration, said, "Brother Lu Huai is so lucky. Second sister is so good to you. If I had a cool pair of shoes like this to wear while playing basketball, I'd definitely be the happiest guy in the world." In my past life, Song Jingnian used this exact innocent and pitiful act to win over my second sister. She generously told me to give the sneakers to Song Jingnian, saying she'd buy me another pair later to make up for it. But in reality, after I gave them to Song Jingnian, my second sister never bought me another pair. All her doting on me was stolen by Song Jingnian. At this moment, I didn't wait for my second sister to speak. I directly handed the shoes to Song Jingnian. "If you like them, take them." I thought to myself, anyway, if I don't give them to him, second sister will just persuade me to yield to him. I don't want to put her in a tough spot. Song Jingnian's face lit up with joy. "Really? Thank you, brother." Right then, I remembered. He's going to intentionally dirty the shoes and then frame me for it, just like in my past life. I placed the shoebox in his hands. The moment I let go, the shoebox plummeted straight to the ground. The shoes inside rolled out, landing right in a nearby mud puddle. At the same time, Song Jingnian let out a tragic wail. "Such beautiful shoes. How did they get dirty? These are the shoes I've dreamed of since I was little." He looked aggrieved as he questioned me. "Brother, even if you didn't want to give them to me, you shouldn't have intentionally thrown them on the ground after saying that." He hurriedly looked at my second sister. "Second sister?" "Please don't blame him. I'm sure he didn't mean it." "Why would I blame Lu Huai?" My second sister looked genuinely confused. The way she looked at Song Jingnian even carried a hint of disgust. Song Jingnian was a bit flustered and couldn't understand it either. He had calculated that at this moment, my second sister would reprimand me, calling me petty, but he didn't expect her to ask such a question in return, making the lines he had prepared get stuck in his throat. "You couldn't catch the shoes, so it's your fault. If anyone's to blame, it's you." "Why would I blame Lu Huai?" It's because when he handed them to me, he intentionally threw them on the ground," Song Jingnian explained meekly. I hurriedly acted magnanimous. "It's okay, I won't hold it against you." "You dare hold it against him? What right do you have to hold anything against anyone? You did something wrong, and not only do you show no remorse, you even try to sow discord. What kind of malicious intentions do you have?" my second sister yelled loudly. Song Jingnian was scolded so badly his face turned beet red. "Who allowed you into my house? Get out right now. Go back to wherever you came from." This house doesn't welcome you." Saying that, my second sister was about to physically drag Song Jingnian away. Song Jingnian was so terrified he screamed miserably. Mom originally wanted to give Song Jingnian some private space to win over my second sister, so she intentionally stayed out of the room. Dad had also gone to the company and hadn't returned yet. Hearing the commotion, Mom hurriedly ran out. "What's going on? Lu Mengjiao, how could you treat your younger brother like that?" Mom said sternly. My second sister screamed at Mom. "He's not my brother. Lu Huai is my brother. This thing you brought back, take him away right now. What crazy nonsense are you spouting? Now that he's in our house, he's a member of this family. You're this old, yet you're still so unreasonable." Mom scolded, then pulled Song Jingnian close to her side. "Your brother even went out of his way to prepare snacks for you, risking getting caught by your dad just to buy them for you. And yet, you're being so ungrateful." When Mom took the bag of snacks, I saw my second sister so furious she was speechless. She wanted to yell and argue with Mom. At that exact moment, she suddenly heard my inner voice again. "Don't say anything, second sister. I wouldn't argue with Mom right now. Arguing is useless anyway. She brought Song Jingnian home just to steal our family's assets. Second sister should work hard to change herself right now, and eventually catch Mom completely off guard." My second sister froze. The words she was about to say were swallowed back down. She just dropped one sentence. "Anyway, my only brother is Lu Huai." Saying that, my second sister dragged me away, leaving Mom and Song Jingnian staring at each other in bewilderment. Their faces were full of confusion. No matter how hard they thought, they couldn't figure out why our whole family had suddenly become so smart. Why couldn't they fool us anymore? Back in my second sister's room, she angrily threw away the entire bag of snacks Song Jingnian had prepared. As if remembering something else, she also uninstalled all the games on her phone. After doing all that, she suddenly looked at me and asked me seriously, "Lu Huai, did I disappoint you a lot in the past?" I hurriedly shook my head to encourage her. "Not at all. I know second sister is the best." In my mind, I didn't forget to add, second sister was just tricked by Mom, that's all. I know she's very smart. She'll definitely become a very outstanding person in the future. My second sister smiled, looking a bit touched. She said, "Lu Huai, second sister will definitely work her hardest to become an outstanding person from now on. I promise I won't let anyone bully you in the future, okay?" "I believe you, second sister." I nodded vigorously. The first thing my second sister did after coming home was go to the hospital for a full checkup. Then she hired a personal trainer and made a weight loss plan. Besides losing weight, my second sister picked up her books again. She hired a tutor and started relearning everything from elementary school level. She spent her entire winter break studying and losing weight, leaving Mom and Song Jingnian completely dumbfounded. They obviously hadn't done anything yet. Why was it that ever since Song Jingnian came to this house, both Dad and my second sister had changed? Dad originally didn't go to the company, leaving everything for Mom to handle. Mom was just a tiny bit away from winning over everyone in the company and becoming the one with real control. But as a result, the moment Dad showed up at the company, the shareholders and executives who had been wavering stopped giving Mom any face. Mom was so furious she could spit blood. I heard her secretly talking to Song Jingnian again. This time, there was clearly some dissatisfaction toward him. "What is wrong with you? Didn't I tell you to come here and win over this family? Why have you messed everything up instead? This is getting further and further away from my plan. How am I supposed to bring your dad here to enjoy a good life like this?" Mom's voice was full of reproach. "I don't know either. I did everything you taught me, but none of them believe me." Song Jingnian was so aggrieved he started crying. Mom didn't know where things went wrong either. She was a bit irritable and directly decided to make a final gamble. "Your eldest sister is coming home for the new year soon. She's the one who trusts me the most. You have to make her the most grateful to you. Don't worry about the others anymore. They're all useless anyway. Your eldest sister is the sole heir to this family." "Yes. This time, I'll definitely perform well. I'll definitely make eldest sister like me," Song Jingnian promised. Perhaps he was also a bit unwilling to accept defeat. He always felt he was better than me at everything. Better at reading people's expressions, better at presenting himself. How could he not win the whole family's affection? In my past life, when Mom threw me off the rooftop, he even mocked me, saying he only needed to use one finger to make me lose absolutely everything. That year, after I accidentally fell off the rooftop and died on the spot, my dad and my two sisters were actually very heartbroken. It's just that not long after, they were bewitched by Song Jingnian's sweet words. And shortly after that, all of them were wiped out by Mom and Song Jingnian. Thinking of the events from my past life, I gritted my teeth tightly. This time, it's time for Mom and Song Jingnian to face their retribution. A week before the new year, my eldest sister, Lu Wanqing, returned from abroad where she was recovering. Half a year ago, my sister's car suddenly lost its brakes, causing a very serious traffic accident. Dad and I were traveling abroad, and my second sister was at home playing games. Mom was the first one to rush to my eldest sister's side. I heard it was raining heavily at the time. The roads had caved in, and the ambulance couldn't reach the accident scene immediately. It was Mom who carried my sister on her back, walking for several kilometers before getting her into the ambulance. The entire process was even photographed by passers-by. Everyone praised the greatness of a mother's love. Our whole family also felt a deeper affection for Mom. But the truth was, that accident was caused by someone Mom hired. Because my eldest sister was the family's heir, Mom wanted her